What is up, you guys? So we woke up nice early morning. It's like 7 right now. So like I said, today we're getting ready for the water pump replacement for the Jetta. As you know, I'm more of an import guy, so my brother's been looking into how to remove it, and probably he knows what he's doing. So today it's gonna be mostly my brother doing the work, and I'll probably help along the way. We're gonna go ahead and prep the car for the water pump, and hopefully today the car runs fine. Alright guys, see you guys in a bit. Alright man, what's the first step?
So first thing we're going to do is take out the coolant, because since we have to take out the coolant reservoir, what we have to do is there's a little petcock under the radiator. Just using an aluminum container to catch the coolant. I don't want it to go down because it's bad for the environment. So we're going to put the aluminum can right here. There should be a little petcock right here. You can see it. So what we want to do is twist it this way and then pull out. Watch out to get a little coolant. We do need to open the coolant reservoir so it'll come out more. So once we open it, we should hear it coming out. Alright, so after that, we're just going to push it back in and then twist it the other way, and there you go, it should just be closed now.
Didn't have enough coolant, like we said. It's not pumping through the system. Hopefully it's just for the water pump. But obviously if it's not the water pump that's causing this, we're going to check thermostat again, the hoses, make sure nothing's wrong with the whole cooling system. But today we're just prepping it up for the water pump and installing it today.
So first thing we're going to do is take out the fuel lines. So what you could do is, you see these little, where the blue is, we're going to want to push that in. It is hard, so be careful. And remember, this is the fuel line, so just be careful when you do. I recommend wearing gloves. These are a little hard to take off. There you go, first one off. Like I said, these are hard to take off. Did drop a little bit of gas, but we'll just wipe that up. There you go. Came off.
Alright, so as you guys saw, there's little tabs on the sides, as you can see here. You have to push down, tab it. I don't know, depending on how long your car has been sitting, I guess, it might be harder. As you saw, my brother's car was a little stubborn with these, but we got them off, so we're chilling.
So we're just gonna wipe off the gasoline that we dropped. We don't want this going in the engine bay. We don't want gas fumes in the engine bay. Wants to be all cleaned off. Make sure there's no gasoline in here. Try to clean off the best as you could. And there we go.
Alright, so after you're done taking the fuel lines off, there's this little line right here, and it's a little clamp under it, so you have to remove that. Also the sensor, put the camera down, and how my brother tries to take this off. We'll on to the next step.
So what we're gonna do next is get all these hoses and try to tie them over here. I'm gonna use zip ties, so I'm gonna put it under the intake manifold.
Alright, so as you saw, a little quick time lapse, but we kind of put the camera down. Gotta help my bro. So we got 2 zip ties. We're just gonna tie up the loose one, so we should be good and it doesn't get in the way of removing the timing belt cover, and let's work it on the car.
Next, we're gonna take off the coolant sensor right here on this little thing. What you want to do is just push this down, and it should just come off right here, like that. I'm just gonna move this outside the way like this. And then next, we're gonna get little clamps. Take off this little hose. Careful. There you go. Just leave this over here. And then next, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to pry this off. These little tabs right here. So take off this little thing right here, the EVAP sensor. Put it over here. We're gonna take off this little clip. What we're gonna do is take out this little hose that goes in that manifold. We're gonna take out this little clamp. Just go wiggle it off down right there. And pull this out. Just come out easily. Get a little hose clamp. Put that to the side. The next we're gonna do is get our little ratchet and take out this 10mm bolt. This holds the power steering container. So we got, I'll just tie it up. So now what we're gonna do is take out this little hose clamp. So be prepared with little towels because this is gonna drop power steering. And then we're gonna pry this over here. Put it over here so nothing comes out. So leave it right here. There we go. So we're gonna be taking off the coolant reservoir. There's 2 screws. There's one right here. It's up across. There's one on the other side too. Right here. We're just gonna take those out. So right there, we're gonna move it over here. But since this hose is clamped, we're gonna use some pliers on the back. All right, so we're gonna just clamp it on right here. That should take it out. Pull it. There we go. And we're gonna move our coolant reservoir over here. So we are gonna need to take off our engine mount. So we're gonna start jacking it up by the oil pan. Be careful when you jack up the oil pan. Try to use a block of wood. Our oil pan is made out of aluminum, so it could break. So we're gonna take out these 2 bolts. We're gonna want to take them off carefully just to make sure the engine is jacked up. We're using an 18 socket with an impact gun, so we're gonna do it slowly. And take out the other one just to make sure the engine is jacked. Alright, sorry. Well, jack up the engine a little bit. There we go. There. Go. Let's take out the rest. And then we're gonna get our 16mm socket and take out these 2 bolts. So you got the engine mount. There's 3 bolts holding this mount in right here. There's one right here. There's another one over here. And there's one that's a little bit to the bottom. So what we're gonna do is loosen the tension. This is a tensioner. And we're just gonna put something on there. You can use vice grips or just using this little wrench. We're gonna put it down like that. And this should loosen our tension on our belt. So we can take off our belt like that. Make sure you know how your belt goes. Alright, so next we're gonna take off our tensioner. These are 13mm bolts. But first we're gonna take off this hex screw. It's a 6mm. 13mm socket.
Make sure you have someone holding it so it doesn't just fall down like I was. So here it is, tension came off. Chilling.
So next we're gonna take out our timing cover. It has a little clip right here and the one on the other side. Same thing. So we're just gonna take out this one like that. The other one should just come loose too, like easily. And you just take it off like that. And there we go. Timing cover's off. Easy.
Alright, then next we're gonna remove the rest of the engine mount. It's 3 16 bolts, one down here, one back here, and one from the bottom. The bottom one, I looked to get it from under the car, so we're gonna go ahead and remove that. Now we're removing the 3 16 bolts that holds the rest of the engine mount. Alright, so we got the last part of the engine mount out. So pretty much you have to wiggle it. I took it from the bottom part of the car. Just wiggle it out and it should come right off. So before you take off this cover back here, you gotta take off the harmonic balancer, and it's a 6mm hex key. Just put it in there, take it off. As you can see, where you loosen them. So I'm gonna go ahead and just take off these whole bolts. Just remove those 4 hex keys and the pulley should just pop right off.
The shield on the timing, they're all 10mm bolts. So we're just gonna get our 10mm on here. There it is, came off.
Alright, and there's 2 more down here to take off the complete shield. There's a top half and a bottom half to take off this shield, and we can be able to take off the timing belt. So you can see we took it off. So next we're gonna go ahead and remove the timing belt and proceed on this installation.
Alright, we already got the shield off and everything. We're just gonna loosen the pulley so we can take off the timing belt.
So here it is, the bad boy we're gonna remove today. Hopefully it's just that's causing our overheating issue, and if it's not, motor swap this. Turbo diesel, maybe not me yet. I don't know, I heard different reviews about that motor. We'll see.
It's a 10mm.
We removed the 3 10mm bolts for the water pump, and as you can see, we forgot a little shield right here. That's gonna prevent us from taking it out. So we're gonna go ahead and remove it. 13mm bolt. So we're gonna go ahead and remove that. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and try to pry it out because it is stuck on there pretty well. Ooh, there it is, coming right out.
Oh, look at that. Bad water pump. So the water pump was the culprit here.
There it is, as suspected. The mechanic right here, Emmanuel Fix. He's the one that suspected this was broken. I'm not really too sure, but as you can see, it was broken. So hopefully that's our overheating issue. And we just bought this for $20. It's up and running. Congratulations, Emmanuel, you got it. All right, there it is. You guys saw that? A lot of backed up water. And as you can see, it's not even coolant, it's water. These people actually just put water in there. As you can see, that's what messed up the water pump, I believe. So we're gonna go ahead and try to drain all this out, wait for the new part in, swap it back in, and put the car back together.
So the reason I thought it was broken, because no coolant will come back to the return reservoir. And we got all this kit. I'll put a link in the description if you want your own kit. It comes with a new water pump with the seal on, new pulley, and a new timing belt. And the new one's made out of metal, not plastic like this old one. So that's way better than the old one. Just gonna take out the bolt right here, the 13mm.
For the tensioner pulley, since the kit came with a new one, we might as well take out the tensioner pulley.
Just gotta take it out now. It just wiggles out of there. Remember how you put it? It comes out like this. So when your new one, you're gonna want to put it like that too. Make sure that's in there.
Alright, so we got it in, and that's what we was talking about. There's intentions right there that go inside the block. That's how you know how to align it and put it back in right. So put that on. Now we need the water pump and the timing belt. And so now the man's gonna go ahead and put the water pump in.
Put it back in. Be careful. Push it. Now just to get the screws in.
Alright, so we just need, like I said, the screws in, the shield, and the timing belt back on, and we should be solid. Alright, so as you guys see, we got the water pump, the belt tensioner, timing belt tensioner, and the belt back on. So we don't want to record the whole reassemble. It's pretty much the backwards that we just took off. So we're gonna go ahead, put everything back on, and we'll get back to you guys, and hopefully the car turns on and everything works. Hey guys, update, we got it back together. As you can see here, we're just gonna fill up the coolant, oil, turn the car on, hopefully it turns on. We timed everything, and oh, what that? I think the Camaro coming soon, maybe, I don't know. Alright, so that's what we're doing now. We're getting the car up and ready so we can just start it and then put this back together. Alright guys, as you can see, everything running fine. For now, we're just gonna leave it up because we are gonna buy new parts for suspension and everything. But that's gonna do it for today, guys. We put in successfully put a water pump and everything. So catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.